This is Jared Craig with the Vet Voice and Veterans for America First. We're in Vermont and we are with the local voters. I've run into a veteran himself and he'd like to share a word.
Well, they wanted us out of there.
Good morning. My name is Joshua Michael. I served with the USID in Bamberg, Germany. In 2000-2002, I was a forward observer for the United States Army Infantry. I have been sort of a political outsider since about 2004. I'd given up largely on the process, and I am afraid to say that both times that you ran, I did not feel as if my vote was going to carry any weight here in Vermont. But things have changed. Things are changing in this country, and what we need is strong, decisive leadership that comes from a place of love for the common American people. I know a lot of people that don't necessarily care for the particular charisma that you imbue in your message, but I know I've actually been following you since I was a little kid when you were all the rage. The Art of the Deal book was #1 on the bestseller list. I was a huge WWF fan, and I saw you ringside at quite a lot of them. You are a man of the people, and what we need is the freedom to be able to express all of our opinions, regardless of whether or not it's favorable or unfavorable in any of the political zeitgeist of the times. I know that you have a really vested interest in making this country great, probably for once. Again's a nice sentiment, but we need to make it great for once and for all of us. So I'm 100% behind you. I'm going to do what I can in this great state of Vermont, which has changed over the years, but can also change back. Change goes both ways. So I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for sticking in the fight with us, and we are not going to give up the fight for you, sir. And God bless you, and you can count on me to spread the word that I can, as best I can, to my fellow Vermonters.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
We are here in Rutland, Vermont. I'm Jared Craig with the Vet Voice podcast on behalf of Veterans for America First, and with Legacy Pack, Mega MAGA Trump Tour with John Frederick's show. We have concerned citizens that want to speak to you.
How are you today? My name is Charles Brown. I'm from Castleton, Vermont. My family's lived in Castleton or Hubbardton for over 200 years, and we truly believe that we need to make a major change here in the United States and our state. And one motto that we have is, when you buy from us, you haven't paid for it once in your taxes. We refuse subsidies from the state of Vermont and the United States. And it's everybody wants a grant, everybody wants this, everybody wants money to do something, but that money's all going to come from someplace. And the problem we have is when it's coming from the taxpayers of the United States of America, we end up with a $30 trillion debt, and that's got to stop.
Well, it sounds like you don't have any strings attached. If you're running your business, you're not burdened by the federal government.
We're not burdened by them, only with their regulations, which is the regulations are absolutely insane.
Well, if you had to say what's the main issue for the people of this area, what is it?
Inflation is absolutely insane. It's the highest it's been since Jimmy Carter was our president, and it was bad then, and it's even worse now. Fuel prices. We have a lot of people on fixed incomes around here, older people that won't take handouts, and they're going to be paying enormous prices for fuel oil this winter to heat their homes, and it's going to be almost impossible for them to do that.
We're here to support Republican candidate Malloy for U.S. Senate. We want to deploy Malloy and to save Vermont, save the United States. So we want you to get out and speak to your neighbors. I always say that real politics happens on the porch.
That's
So
exactly right.
you're a anchor in the community. You've got deep roots in the community. So thank you for continuing to speak and not being subjected to the canceling.
Yeah, and Go Malloy, we need him in Congress or in the Senate very bad. We've got to stop what we've had going on in the last 35 to 40 years.
Thank you very much.
That was okay.
November 8th. This is Jared Craig for the Vet Voice on behalf of Veterans for America First, and we're here in Connecticut with the Vermont. Sorry about that. I'm all over the place. We're in Vermont today, where they don't want us to know that there are Republicans here.
I'm Wendy Wilton. I was the Farm Service Agency State Director as part of USDA, And the farmers miss Mr. Trump. He was very good to the farmers, and boy, we miss him. This administration doesn't like the farmers at all, and we need him back. In 2024, we need Trump back for the farmers of America and the world.
We're here in Vermont, and I'm speaking to the citizens and the voters of Vermont to see what they have to say about this 2022 election.
Yes, Mr. President, I want to thank you for all that you're doing for our country. And I have a lot of concerns. I have 3 grandchildren. I want us to get back to our founding principles, and I hope that you will be there to help us do that. We need you and all that you stand for, and join us and we'll join you in bringing this country back to what it's meant to be. Thank you.
I'm Jared Craig with Vet Voice on behalf of Veterans for America First. We're here in Vermont speaking with the Vermont voters to hear what really matters. And I hear that y'all have some concerns. First off, y'all aren't supposed to exist. So how many Republicans are actually up here?
Oh, well, we do exist, and we love Donald Trump because of what he does for our state and country.
Well, what issues are really touching the families and the swing voters that you see in the conversations? What's happening on the porches here in Vermont?
People can see what's going on. People can feel it. The economy is in shambles right now. Prices of gas for our vehicles, groceries to feed our families are sky high. President Trump knows how to fix these issues. He has common sense approach, and he gets things done. Thank you, President Trump.
When I think of President Trump, like today, I look around and I see so many new people, and they're here because of him. He calls out the people. We know that he loves us and he loves our country, and he helps us to get out there and do our best to elect people, good people like Gerald Malloy, who sent the DC to represent us. It's time we have Vermont is represented by a good, honest, straight family man like Gerald Malloy. And Gerald loves all the same issues that Donald does.
Well, when Gerald Malloy gets in the U.S. Senate and represents Vermont, and we have the big red wave in the House, and we rebalance the 2-house system, what's the first thing that we should focus on?
Restoring our constitutional government, which I look upon Donald Trump as a leader and doing his hope and everything else for this great country. Governed by the people, for the people. Stanford 5, I think he's leading the way.